Hello, good evening, good evening, good evening. This is exciting. This is the first time I'm also going live on YouTube simultaneously, and I'm really hoping the internet will suffice for both channels. So, introducing myself, my name is Salome, and I am here live every single week channeling Anna, grandmother of Yeshua, and her amazing wisdom about becoming the fullest embodiment of ourselves that we can be. I find her wisdom to be very simple and efficient, very straightforward. And they are really things that we can easily apply in our daily lives. And they really show us how these, the webs of life are woven together and how these mysteries are just inside of us and reachable, attainable for us. And for tonight, there is a topic that I would very much like to go into, which is a topic that I want to bring forward, and is the topic of dragons. And then there has been a question surrounding entities. So those two will definitely be topics that we'll go into tonight. If you are not watching live, but the replay, and you do have any questions, it could be about light conception, it could be about just the basic human embodiment issues, or about mystical creatures like dragons. Please send me a message, and I will take them along in my next life. But like every single time, before we go into what she wishes to share with us, we're going to take a moment to ground and drop into our bodies and just really be present. So make yourself comfortable. Yes, I feel like I want to shake my hips a little bit. Maybe shake anything off from the day. If you are in a place where you can stand up, just really shake your legs, shake your hands, your shoulders, just really everything down to the earth. Maybe do some brushing, just really clearing this field, this wonderful body, this beautiful temple that we can inhabit. What a blessing, what a blessing. I just put on some jasmine oil before I started this live, and just every time I move my wrists now, it's just this wave of luscious, sweet, sensual jasmine. And when we are done shaking, can come back to stillness and close your eyes. Taking in a few deep breaths, and just allowing your breath to flow in as if you were smelling jasmine. As if this is the most delicious breath that you have ever taken in your life. What a blessing to take this inhalation. Wow. And a sigh of delight, sigh of relief. And where sometimes when you start breathing like this, there's this stillness that's coming up. Right now, I feel this very bubbly, enthusiastic energy. Really this vibrant joy of being alive. Maybe it is the jasmine working for me. Tuning in with how our body feels at this moment. So last week we went into sensuality and how sensuality can be an instrument for just liberation, opening the body to the delights of being human. Just sitting with that notion here right now. As we breathe into our hearts, and we can really accept the fact that we are allowed to have a blessed life. That we are allowed to live with our hearts open and manifest our dreams into reality. And as I speak the word dreams, Anna is already showing me the impact that dreams have on our consciousness and our awareness. So there's different kinds of dreams she's showing me. There's the dreams that can suck you deeper into your body in a way that's actually kind of closing yourself off. So you go into this dreamscape, but you don't fill the dreamscape with the enthusiasm, the embodied enthusiasm that it needs in order to be made manifest. And then there's the dreams that are filled with that as enthusiasm. And then what happens then is that this whole enclosure in the skull kind of opens. And these dreams, they come straight from the heart. They're these longings, these desires that really feel, I want to say bubbly. That when you think of them and when you feel into those dreams, that you can feel the joy of the possibility of the potential just running through your veins. And wow, it's bringing so much life force and enthusiasm into your body. So then what happens then is that your mind can actually open. It can expand, like the skull opens. So then it's not just this tunnel vision dream, like I really need to get there and that's the only possibility. No, it's the joy of feeling that dream that goes straight up here and becomes, I'm going with the term liberation again. It opens us up to this cosmic presence, to this divine inspiration, which then in turn tells us the steps that we might use in order to manifest those dreams into reality. So first there's this feeling and it's coming from here and it's going to our hearts and it's bubbling through our bodies and it's expanding our bodies, and then they go straight into the brain, where before we were in a tunnel vision and we just really needed that one step, or we thought that we knew how to achieve the dreams. But the enthusiasm and the love and the joy just opens everything, and then we can let go of how we think our plans needed to be. And then we can receive the actual steps. So they come in here as a vision, as a knowing, and they land in our hearts, and then we birth them. Or we seed them, if you're a man. So just really come down into the earth, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to create. We're here to make manifest. We're here to bring those dreams alive and to really live this dream life, which then no longer is a dream life, but then, wow, it's just paradise unfolding around you. How beautiful is that? That's the time we live in. That's what we're here to do. It's really feeling into these heartfelt dreams, these deep, deep longings, and allow it to open us so completely that we can bring them down. Thank you, Anna, for that opening inspiration. And for, that memory that's of the limitless possibilities of how this dream might be made manifest, and the power of letting go of what we think is the right way, the right path. Just following the feeling in our hearts will always tell us the right step right now. It's the only thing our hearts will ever tell us, the right step right now. It's not going to tell you the right step tomorrow. It might give you an inkling of it, but tomorrow might be different again. So right now we can take this step, and it opens the energy. And then tomorrow we're in that open energy, and we take this step, and wow, it becomes bigger and bigger. Like a pebble that you throw in the water, and then the rings just start growing and growing and growing. Every step we take, the rings get bigger and bigger and bigger until it's no longer something that's just here. It's something that's reflected all around you. So that to start with, is feeling into which of the two questions we are going with first. And I think we're gonna go with entities. So this was a question that has come in. I don't remember the exact wording. I don't have them present, but it was a question about what exactly are entities? How do we get them? And how can we work with them away? What do we need to do when there are entities present? A very beautiful question. I think a lot of people right now have entities clinging to them. Yeah, and that's exactly that the image that Anna is showing me right now. Right, she's showing me this image of this very busy, bustling city, and there's people walking everywhere, and they're busy with life and just running around. And then some people are just running around and they go very quickly. And then I see other people running around, and there's like these little, let's say, like demonic monkeys on their back, kind of like in the Wizard of Oz. I think there's demonic monkeys there too, right? So like that, and they're just holding on, and then sometimes there's also in the arm and there, and sometimes they're really small and just curled up, and they just hang there and suck life force away. So they really, yeah. So what they're doing is not just taking the life force, the energy, but they're also creating barriers around you. We can create our own barriers, of course. We can create our own 10 stop areas where we keep blocked energy. Is also a barrier, forms like a harness, but these suck into, right? So that's what happens, of course. Yeah. So we stop our own energy from flowing somewhere, and that's stagnation is where the entity can latch onto, because energy needs to be in movement. Energy cannot just sit there and not do anything. So those are the entry points of entities. They find them and they hook into them. And then they just sit there and suck energy away. So you get more tired, you get diseased sooner. Yeah, they create this mist where you are no longer fully able to receive, like the image that she showed us to start with. I feel like that's a very accurate image for what comes next now with the entities. Like she showed us this expansion. But when there is this kind of sucking of energy, this expansion is hardly possible. The only thing that's possible is kind of remaining alive. Not everybody has entities, but there are a lot going around. And they've been around. Some even get passed on at the moment of birth. The mother has an entity, or even if one of the midwives has one that can cling on to a baby. Wow, that makes me really sad. Yeah, it's also interesting noticing that Anna often talks to me in images. So she gives me these images and they just develop into movies. And this time, when we tune into this energy, what she's just making me feel is this stagnation, just really heavy, slow, as if you're moving through mud and can't really do anything, like those dreams, right? When you're being chased by something and you cannot run, or you're stuck in the mud. And that's exactly what it somehow feels like. Only a lot of us have enough willpower and fire to still keep going and still keep going and still keep going. Keep going is not what's gonna make it go away. So what will make it go away? Maybe you can also share something on why they are here. Yeah, so this is a bit cryptic. So what you show me is that when humanity fell from Eden, there was this crack that was created between dimensions that allowed us to fall in dimensions. So before we were fifth dimensional creatures, beings, and then we fell, and then there was this tear in between the dimensions. And in that tear, these beings could come in, like the energy was broken in some sense. They could come in from the lower realms and started sucking life out of people, which then in turn introduced illness, which wasn't here before. And they really came as a reminder where we can reclaim our power, of course. And that is what we need to do, reclaim our power. And at first, it might just start with just saying your name. I am Salome, and I am free. I am Salome, and I am free from any limiting energies that are not welcome here. I no longer welcome you. Just stating that and stating that and stating that until like there's this passion. Again, that passion, like passion is everything. That passion comes in, it's right, she's showing me the Princess Bride, that scene where, oh god, Inigo Montoya, I think is his name. You killed my father, prepare to die. That's exactly what we're supposed to do, right? At first he's stabbed in the shoulders for anyone who's seen the dream, but he has this mantra that he just keeps saying all over and over and over again, like, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father, prepare to die. And at first he says it very weakly, my name is Inigo. But then as he draws power from those words, he regains his fire and is actually able to win from the man who killed his father, the six-fingered man, I believe. And this is what we do. At first, we might say the words and not believe them yet. I am free and you have no hold over me. My name is, it's very important to say your name when you do this, she said, because then you really come back to your own essence. My name is Salome. And you have no business being here. Actually, refuse the word no. Let's see, what would be a better word, Anna? My name is Salome. And I reclaim my body for myself. Let's work with that. Thank you, Anna. My name is Salome, and I reclaim my body for myself. And then you just keep on going with that. My name is, and I reclaim my body for myself. I reclaim my energy. I reclaim my passion. I reclaim my fire. And it becomes more and more and bigger and bigger. And wow, my name is Salome, and I reclaim my body for myself. You are no longer welcome. You are ready to go. Leave me be. And just keep repeating that and keep repeating that and keep repeating that. And what she's also showing is there's this legion of angels and light workers at this moment. So we're living in very potent times. I think we already know this, where there is a lot of help and it's very close to us. And all we need to do is accept it. So when we are dealing with these really lower dimensional entity energies, work with higher dimensional beings. Archangel Michael is a very good one to call on during this work. And then we get to the second topic straight away. Beautiful, rolling into that. Dragons. We can call on dragons. They are excellent at entity fighting. They are really good at catching them, burning them away, and it's also like fueling you and fueling your fire. So the second that you start roaring again and breathing your own fire, they just start fueling it if we accept it and if we allow that energy to come into us, which can of course also be scary because, you know, invading energies are scary now and unsafe, but these we can actually welcome. These can help us. So we ask Archangel Michael to support us and to bring his sword of justice and of light and cut them away from us as you keep repeating your name and claiming your body for yourself. And then what you do when they are released is really, really, really nurturing this beautiful temple that is your body. So when we have had entities in our system, it can be hard to reclaim your boundaries as well. Your boundaries are wide open. There's this gaping hole where something sucked energy at some point. And the best thing to do then is to really nurture coming back to just the simple things, to just holding yourself, rocking yourself, humming to yourself, and really, really trying to come back to this feeling. And it can be very hard at first if you're not used to really having this space for yourself and really allowing yourself to be nurtured by yourself or by someone else. Really feel like, what would deeply nurture me right now? A hot bubble bath, some chocolate, a cup of chamomile tea, a warm hug, just snuggling under a blanket and listening to nice music, whatever it is. And you do that. You just do that. You allow yourself this space to heal and to recuperate. And also know that if you have released them, there might still be that hole present in your energy field that still needs to clear up and close up. But what she's also showing me is that this inner power that you have activated in this process is at this point creating a bubble around you, this beautiful clear bubble within which it's safe to sit in stillness. So there is this field of protection holding you as you are in the process of healing. So really allow yourself this nurturing, and if you need a day in bed to recover and to just sleep and regain that energy, then please do so. Nature is always very healing. Lots of plants that want to support us at this moment. And as I say that, she's also showing me this garden, a really luscious garden with all these plants, and they're just right there for us to go to and just work with them. Sit up against a tree. Ooh, yeah, that's a nice one. So simple. Just sit against a tree and allow that really rooted and connected energy to realign your own central channel. And the main key is allow yourself to take the time to take in that energy. Allow yourself the space to heal and allow yourself to be held. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to scream. Allow yourself to shake, to stomp some pillows. All those emotions that were underneath will become tangible and will feel raw at this moment because they will be exposed again. And that's not, in this moment, it's not a sign of danger. It says, oh no, they're back. No, it's actually this beautiful vulnerability that you are allowed to sink into and that you're allowed to feel. We can always call on the power of Mother Earth to hold us as we do so that even if other places feel a bit wobbly still or scary to turn to, there's always that mother energy that we can go back into to heal and lean into. She's this just beautiful consciousness that is so completely unconditional and so loving, and you can always go to her. And what she's also showing me, again, these very simple things to, when you lay in bed, don't just lay in bed. When you lay in bed, ask for a golden field of energy to be placed around you. Ask for a field of healing, maybe soft pink light, soft green light, to infuse you. And again, she's showing me how close all those beings of light are and how easy it is for us to reach out. And all they are doing is waiting for us when we are ready to ask for the help. And then it will come, and it is it's like a magical shower of love. And we don't need to do anything for it except for ask for it. Just ask for this golden field of healing, or pink, or like rose quartz energy to surround you, and it's there. You don't actually need to hold a rose quartz. You can ask for the energy, and it will be there, and it will bring softening and opening and healing. And this is something that Anna has stressed many, many times. Just ask for help. Because there are all these beings that are unconditional and that are waiting for us to just do so and accept their help. And I can see Anna, she's actually saying, like the dragons. Because that's something that I really wanted to tune into tonight. And that's also, my own curiosity. I don't know too much about dragons except for what she just shared. And I also know that they're everywhere. They appear to be everywhere. And they're just waking up and then shooting through holes in the earth into the onto this realm, into this plane. So from the inner earth, they come here. And the reason that it's present for me right now is that so aside from channeling Anna here and writing this book on light conception, sometimes she just pops up and she tells me, okay, it's ready to go. Come on. And then I go sit or lay down somewhere and go on an astral journey with Anna. And pretty much always she takes me to this place in nature and then I see other women also gathering from other parts of the earth. And I hope to meet them someday. And then just this dance flows through us. And when we are building up the energy with this dance, and suddenly this vortex opens and these beautiful, colorful dragons just shoot into the sky and they fly all around us. And then they're just there and they do something. So last Sunday, she took me on a journey like this as well. And I think the last time before that was some lake that felt Scottish. And this time it felt like the United States, but I'm not sure. And there was this land that had recently just been burned to the ground. I think it was forest ground because I saw burned trees. And there was this really weird looking kind of ash. And she and the other light beings that were there shared that it was human made. And that this area needed protection. So then again, there was this circle of women and we were dancing. And then a vortex opened and this really pitch dark, this black dragon shut up, and he was huge and he just looked into our eyes, and it was clear that he was there to protect that area, that he was there to ensure that what would happen in the recreation of that area would be for the greater good and not for lust or greed. But it made me curious about what is happening with all these dragons, because they just appear to shoot out of the earth like mushrooms, and why they are here, and if we feel called to work with them, how do we work with them? So those are the questions that I am bringing in here tonight. Okay, so what she's saying to me is that dragons are connected to the original codes of harmony that are within the earth. They're known for spitting fire. They help us what she's, I think it's, yeah, like fire of justice is what she's saying. Yeah, like fire of harmony. So right now they've got a task that's more leaning towards justice, because justice is what's needed in order to bring balance again. Yeah, so they are really creatures of balance. They are spirits in etherical shape. And they are connected to the earth as protectors of the earth. They have been dormant inside these caves in the inner earth, or just right above this really central inner earth, just laying there and been receiving energy and strength from the earth. It's like this winter sleep. So before they would roam the earth everywhere, they were just part of daily life, and they'd bring warmth and color and joy, and determination is a word that she's also showing me. They really helped humans be their best selves. They inspired, and they inspired courage, especially because obviously as humans we tend to be prone to fear as well at times. And then they just really, if you look a dragon into the eye, she's showing me, and I noticed that as well on Sunday. Feel completely seen. They see all your fears, and they see all your potential. And in this gaze, there's this deep trust, and they really trust you to bring out that beautiful flame that's inside you, this flame of creation, this flame of consciousness, to bring that out into the world. And then everything happens that was shared before, that also connected to the entities and the fall of humankind from Eden. And the dragons went underground, basically because we had to go through a learning process ourselves. So they just stayed there, and as these present forces connected to certain, so there's different kind of dragons. Some are connected to certain spots of the earth, and others more to a certain energy, but they all inspire courage and harmony. And right now, those spots of the earth, right, some of them are actually entrances to the inner earth. They're bringing this courage back up. So every time a dragon is awakened and starts roaming the lands again, justice is coming back, harmony, and through this, harmony is coming back. So right now, harmony looks like justice because there's a lot of injustice in the world. So, for example, this black dragon was very connected to that larger area in the United States. Still don't know where exactly. And it's bringing justice back there after large injustice, because that's just the worst we can do. Just destroy nature so cold-heartedly. So we've hit like a low point. We have hit our low point and our greatest potential at the same time. So this is when the dragons can come in, because we need them. And we are ready to receive them. And then there's the dragons who just roam around. They're like traveling dragons, like gypsies. And they just go where they are called, where they are needed. A lot of them have to do with clearing dark energies from places. So they just go and they just help with the cleansing of darker energies. Some of them help patch up those cracks so no more entities can come back. So what the image is showing me is that they just grab one of them. They, with those powerful heads, they just smash them through the cracks, and then they seal up the cracks so they cannot come in and steal our life force anymore. Yeah, and then what she's also showing me is that all of us have one or more like personal dragons that we can call on to, and that they just come when we need them. So if we need courage or conviction or strength to continue, we can ask them to breathe that into us. They just hold us, and when we are ready, we can fly on their backs. And when we are ready to take that step and really fly on their backs, it means that they have really accepted us in our power, and that we are ready to fully claim that power. Yeah, they really are popping out of the earth like mushrooms everywhere. So that is dragons. Or a short introduction into dragons. I think with that we're going to close tonight. Unless there's anything that Anna wants to share. Not necessarily in words, but just breathing in that flame into your heart. And even if you're moving through a harder period of time, there's always source around you who can help you reconnect to your fire. Thank you again, Anna, for all your wisdom and beauty. And see